Ye Wubin's 100 Lessons to Mastering Time Management. Lesson 37. Mastery comes from deliberate practice. Hello everyone, my name is Ye Wubin from Neng. I am so happy to be with you now at 6 a.m. on the Ximalaya App. For those of you who have been following my lessons, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome aboard. I am so happy to have you with us. Time is man's scarcest resource. Once it's used, it can never be regained. So if you're not using your time effectively, or if the time you are spending is only getting you further away from your dreams in life, then stay with me. Listen a while, and I am confident I can help open your eyes to a new path that will get you closer to your dreams. I want to remind you there are 100 lessons in this album, and every class lasts about 6 minutes. It is updated at 6 a.m. New York City time each morning. In the last 2 lectures, we have talked about how learning requires initiative and repetition, and repeated studying needs to be carried out scientifically according to the 8 cycles of the Ebbinghaus memory curve. So, successful learning means repeating a simple thing multiple times in a specific way. There are countless examples of successful people who do one thing with concentration and repetition. For example, Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, who recently retired, was widely regarded as the leader of his team and an example to an entire city. Once a reporter asked him, "Why are you so successful?" He said, "I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. You see, Kobe gets up at 4 a.m. every morning to practice basketball. He would take 1,000 shots every morning during his career. Do you know that Kobe, the morning after his retirement, woke up again at 4 a.m. and took another 1,000 shots? His story shows that no matter how easy it looks, success is really not easy. Success requires continuous practice or repetition. So success is equal to the repetition of a simple thing. In fact, this sentence is only half of the answer. The second half is more important, but executing the first half of the sentence will still result in increased success. Continuance is the absolute principle of success. Continuance. Dripping water will eventually wear through a stone. The mighty civilization of Rome was not built in a day. These are due to the strength of continuance. So today I will explain what continuance is and why it is so important to success. What is continuance? Continuance is the process of continual repetition. In order to learn effectively, we don't just need simple repetition. We need other forms of repetition as well. We can divide learning into 3 areas. The first is the comfortable area, which is the area we've already mastered in life. The second is the learning area, which is the area we have not yet mastered and need to deliberately practice in order to achieve. The third area of learning is the panic area, which is the area we are afraid of and should avoid. If you only stay in the comfortable area of learning, you will never retain the information. But if you enter the panic area too quickly, you will also forget the information. Think of cramming for an exam with only a day to spare. That is an example of the panic area. You may retain the information for the exam, but you will immediately forget it, proving that it's useless to you. It is only in the second area of learning, where you are not already skilled or comfortable with the task, and that you often make mistakes performing that task, where you will learn effectively. This area requires practice. Repeated and continuous learning can be summarized into something called the 10,000-hour rule. The 10,000-hour rule. Some say that in order to become a master in a particular skill or job, you need to repeat something over and over again for 10,000 hours, and I cannot agree with this view more. I have conducted over 300 classes of the time management course here in China. As a result, I have spent quite a lot of time on time management. Focus and continuance has allowed me to accumulate a great deal of experience in time management. But will just doing something for 10,000 hours really make you better at the task? Not necessarily. The key factor that differentiates greatness from average is not just the 10,000 hours, but how you use those 10,000 hours. For example, if two people studying the same task or skill for 1,000 hours, but one studies the task by passively watching it and the other actively practicing it, which do you think will master the skill more quickly? The one who practices it will learn and retain the skill much more greatly. So, deliberate, continuous, and effective practice will determine whether we will become a master at a skill. It differentiates those who are good at something and those who are great at it. Deliberate practice requires us to focus on the things we are not skilled at and forces us to make mistakes. If we are able to work with others and receive their feedback constantly as we gradually improve, then this will be even better. In all competitive sports such as tennis, which is a single-player sport, or soccer, which is a team sport, there is a coach. So what does the coach do? The coach acts as a mirror. The mirror comes in the form of feedback. Let's talk a little bit more about deliberate practice. The topic of the last 3 lectures, including this one, has been learning. The pyramid of learning states that we must repeat learning in order to retain the information. According to the Ebbinghaus memory curve, we need to follow a fixed and scientific cycle in order to retain what we learn. Finally, in order to maximize the benefits of learning, we must repeatedly study a concept in the learning area of the pyramid, which is the active portion. That is, through practicing, demonstrating, or teaching. And we must receive effective feedback. If you can understand and practice these learning requirements, then your ability to learn and retain information will improve dramatically. Don't just read books and listen to lectures. You must also take notes while you listen. Go a step further. Find teachers, classmates, and friends to discuss the material with, and then find mentors to give yourself more feedback. If you would like to get more precise training, I would like to invite you to our offline classroom course. The offline course is 2 days with 90 days of training after class included. Neng will set up a specific framework for you which will help you learn time management more effectively and quickly. Time is one of the most valuable things we have, and there are many processes that shape the habits that determine how we use time. Habits are difficult to change, so we need continuous and repeated practice over a long period of time, and we need to apply the feedback and support of coaches. If you're still listening to these lessons, it means you have a burning desire to succeed and you want to change. It's not enough to listen though. You must become active, and you must exercise repetition and feedback. Are you willing to do what it takes to change your life? Are you willing to practice what you hear and convert information that is sitting in your brain temporarily into real and true change in your life? These audio lessons are translated by Neng's partner Cece and then recorded by her husband Justin. I wish you great success today. See you tomorrow.